pike spearing isn't really a thing here in Wisconsin for the most part. We have sturgeon spearing, but even that was a little bit foreign to me where I was at, about 2 hours from Lake Winnebago. So I hadn't really done that either. So then one winter, must have been like '07 or '08, went up to the UP, and it was a real hard winter. There was a lot of snow. We couldn't get out to like one of the lakes that they wanted to try. So we just went on this little marina just over the border there and went spearing, and we didn't even see a pike that day. But it was just so cool, like seeing these decoys that my buddy's dad, who was a warden for Wisconsin at the time, that he was carving these decoys. I was really fascinated by it. But it was a couple years before I started making my own decoys, just because at that time I was in an apartment and like, well, I'm not going to be making a carving mess in my, little apartment. So when I finally got a house, I just started carving in the corner of my garage and had gotten one of the decoys from my buddy's dad and just was like looking at it and trying to figure out how this thing is made, and like looking at photos online, because there isn't really like any sort of tutorials at the time of like, here's how you make a fish decoy. So there's just a lot of trial and error and figuring it out, and I was just obsessed with it. And I've always been like a creative, artistic type person, so just naturally really gravitated towards the functional art that is a decoy, and just thought that was so cool.